Tip jars are everywhere in the United States, but has tipping gotten out of control? The Bar Talk is on tipping culture, live on the Brew.
Got an action-packed edition of the Brew, got a lot of answers on this topic. So, Joel, let's talk about tip jars. And what's your opinion on tip jars? Too many? Are they out of control? What do you think?
So yeah, they're out of control. They're at gas stations here now. They're like everywhere. They're at everything. They're absolutely everything. Anywhere you can buy anything. So yeah, the whole system is actually really kind of shady. The whole system itself is pretty shady. We really should just take on what the rest of the world does, where it's just one flat rate, and then you just pay the people a living wage, and you don't do this shit where you push it off on the customer who's already getting upcharged, 1,000% just for like a beer. Say you're at a game, you got to pay $22, and then you got to give them a tip on top of it. It's like, that beer cost you guys like $1. And you're still asking me to, bail out you from paying them a living wage. So I really hate seeing it everywhere, but I especially hate seeing it anywhere that's not a traditional, like, mom and pop diner type of place. Those kind of get a pass for right now.
Yeah, I hate to say the tip jars, they're out of control. There's some restaurants here, well, actually delis here in the New York area, where you'll go in and order a sandwich. There's a tip jar where the guy cuts the meat. There's a tip jar at the register. Sometimes there's even another third tip jar going out the door. I'm like, A, who am I tipping? And B, why? Look, I have no problem dropping down a tip when I go to a bar or like a diner or a restaurant, something like that, where they're serving me and making that part of the experience. But when I walk in, I'm getting to-go food or something like that. That's a little bit much. And especially when you're putting multiple tip jars in places now, well, I guess that you're pulling tips. And look, I believe everybody does deserve a living wage. And you're correct. The problem is of these places putting that on the consumer, not on paying the staff a livable wage. Yankee Stadium. They have tip jars all over Yankee Stadium now on your already overinflated price of food. They're not doing anything. They're turning around and handing me a pre-made hamburger. It's already 10 times what you should pay for it. They actually do it with a pretty bad attitude too, a lot of them. Like, some are nice, but you're not really doing anything. Okay, great, thank you for handing me the food that I'm paying for, because what am I supposed to do? Go back there and cook it myself? And also, Yankee Stadium is cashless. And Yankee Stadium is also cashless, but they want a cash tip. Well, how does that work? Hello, McFly, did anybody think about that? So, yes, tipping culture is out of control. And I know it's a sensitive issue because, yes, people that work in a service industry, it's a hard job. They definitely deserve to be paid more.
Yeah, I really don't blame you, and I can't disagree with anything you said.
I had no idea they have it at gas stations out there, though. I learned something. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of a recent development I've noticed everywhere. It's like, a gas station? Really? Like a gas station, too?
When we were overseas, last month, they weren't looking for tips over there. They kind of like handed the credit card thing. You pay your tab. You know what the tab is. You're not having to factor in all those other things. Because the last thing I want to do when I'm like 10 beers in the bag is want to try to figure out more math. It's actually costing me money.
Right. And it's not expected. They just do it with a great attitude, and that's the way it should be here.
Yeah. Again, this is a tough one because I know there's people on both sides of the fence here on this one, and that's why we're going to go to your comments right now and see, what do you guys think about tipping culture in the U.S.? Too much, too little? What's going on? Well, Milsey says anywhere in the UK hates seeing a tip jar. Starman says tipping is out of control. Everyone wants a tip. Next thing you know, I'll have to tip the gas pumps, even though I'm pumping my own gas, just because of the luxury that they are there. Is it to that level you said out there in Vegas they want a tip, or is that actually somebody that pumps the gas for you?
There's nobody that pumps the gas for you. The tip jar is in the gas station next to the register, but they're there now. I've noticed them.
I got busted on my last trip to Vegas. I got busted at Newark Airport and got busted there at Harry Reid Airport for tip jars. I went, you know how they have those little Hudson News? It was a SIBO, whatever the Newark Airport is, and I got a bottle of Mountain Dew and a turkey sandwich. I picked it off the shelf, went up to the register, and I scanned it myself, paid for it, and it's like, do you want a tip? I'm like, who am I tipping? The automation? Am I tipping the company? And also the porta subs there at McCarran or Harry Reid Airport too. I got a Mountain Dew off the shelf, handed it to her, she rung me out and spins that little thing around, tip. I'm like, tip for what? I got my own Mountain Dew. I served myself and you want me to tip you? How about you tip me then because I served myself? Can that work both ways? The answer is no. James, he says, yes, I feel like I'm being asked to tip people for doing their jobs. An example is when I pick up food, I'm picking it up and leaving, so I don't see a reason to tip. Brett the Beer Snob says, oh, at fast food restaurants. Vamos Yankee says, takeout eateries. And T. Robles V says, buffet. I serve myself. I use the same plate. Why the tip? That's kind of interesting. So buffets and to-go restaurants too. Yeah, I mean, maybe at a buffet they might hand you they might refill your drink or maybe give you some napkins or something. But I don't know, takeout to-go order, same thing here, like food trucks here. I'm not going to your kitchen to cook the food. So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I think tipping has become the unwritten rules. You know how baseball didn't have bat flipping for a long time, or any celebrations, or like any emotion, and it was like that's the unwritten rules. I think tipping has become the unwritten rules. And even when you flip something around now, it'd be like 25, 30, 35. It's like, wow, the percentage even went way up.
It's just an excuse. Welcome to capitalism here. This is where we're at, unfortunately.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Well, let's continue your rants right now with TV Jason, who says, the proctologist. It wasn't that good, pal. Nice. Bugaboo Baller says, I always tip. All my daughters started as food servers. Freebird comments, I was taxed on a tip for a haircut. It was from using my cards, now I'll pay in cash. I have never heard of a tax on a tip before. Ooh, are we there yet? Because you know what? That doesn't surprise me how they're taxing a tip. Seems about right.
Yeah, I don't even know. We're getting into like the inception of tips.
Yeah, excellent. Mike F325 has a long story here, but it has a couple points. Let's get into it right now. He says, I don't mind a tip jar. I'm not obligated to contribute. I mind places that 1, add items buried on the bill. 2, charge to-go fees. 3, consistently short one item for my to-go order. They never issue a refund or credit. It's come pick it up. 4, charge a cash price or a credit card price. Last Saturday, the charge before tax and tip was just over $300. Then tax, tip, and $12 credit card upcharge. I just don't run around with $400 cash for dinner. At least post that on the menu. Oh, another little fee that just adds up.
Yeah, it's not that surprising, but you just have to look out for that now.
When places do that with me, I don't know about you. In fact, I'm going to call you out. The Beer Authority here in New York City does that, where you pay with a credit card, and all of a sudden, oh, now there's a fee because I used my credit card. Because I'm like him. I don't walk around New York City with hundreds of dollars. So you know what? You'll get that one out of me that one time. But you know what? Next time, I'm going to go somewhere else that's going to charge me not the fee to use my credit card. There's so many other places that aren't doing that. Don't pad the bill off of me using my Visa.
Extra nickel and diming. Just ridiculous.
Real Treats Tweet says, my girlfriend's nightstand. Not to mention, who left 2 Ben Franklin's in it? Rougher Guitar comments everywhere. I think tipping should be done away with and decent pay should be provided to working people. No one should be dependent on tips to survive. And finally, Rudy comments, shout out to Joel and Joel. Thanks, Rudy. I just said that 5 times. But he says the worst place is in bathroom. Bathroom valets are dirty. 5,000% yes. Do not, no man wants a attendant in a men's room anywhere, period.
Yeah, it just gives you that awkward interaction where you're just done touching your dick and now you have to touch your wallet.
Yeah, money's filthy. So hold on, let me wash my hands and then stop and have to tip this guy because he gave me a paper towel because I can't reach over and get paper towels. That is a waste of money. I actually skip bars here and won't go to them with the stupid restroom attendants. We're done. This is not the 1960s. If you want to do it in some elite venue there in Vegas, fine. A normal bar in New York City, no man wants a valet or a bathroom attendant, period.
Now, if they wiped your never mind. I won't go there.
The way around that, too, is, they put little candies down. Maybe we'll get a breath mint. I don't want that in a bathroom either. Sorry, I'll go to Dwayne Reed or something next door like that. Or get a hand dryer in there. That just solves that problem altogether. We don't need it, so... There you go. Because I think we covered just about every aspect on this show. Lots of great answers, and we appreciate that. And I also appreciate when you click on the like, subscribe button down below for all the fun here in the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. And if you got some thoughts or comments about this show or topic, please leave it down below. We want to hear what you think, because it's a little controversial edition here of the Brew. And we know there's no right or wrong answer because there's 2 sides to every story. So I want to make sure, both sides get to weigh in on that.
No, sometimes there's wrong answers.
Yep, when it comes to the men's room attendant. Exactly. Yeah. All right, well, hey, thanks for all your great comments. We appreciate them. Jersey Joe and I am saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
The laughs continue as Jersey Joe has more funny Craigslist missed connections. Crazy online posts looking for love, streaming now.